Hey guys, today I'd like to talk about my DIY bumper from JCR. Kind of the pros and cons of it, if I like it, how it's holding up, and if I'd buy it again. So I've been making a lot of videos recently, and the Jeep hasn't moved, obviously, with current world events and the coronavirus stuff. My hair's getting long. But anyway, to introduce myself, my name's Alex, and I've been working in the automotive industry since 2002, and I just quit about a year ago to become a stay-at-home dad. I'd worked at several different dealerships, Dodge, Lincoln Mercury, Toyota, and then I worked for the federal government for almost 10 years. And then now, being a stay-at-home dad, I've been traveling with my wife and our kids. I have two daughters, Dakota, who's 4, and Isla, who's 1. And we've been traveling all over the world the past year, / all over the United States. This Jeep's been from New York City to Orlando, to kind of everywhere in between on the East Coast, and everywhere else we've been flying. So that's a little bit about myself. I'm not a super trained welder, but I had done welding in high school and kind of just on my own projects here and there. So I'm just going to talk about how that relates to doing this bumper. I've always liked the look of these JCR bumpers. I think they just have a really neat look. When it comes completely flat in a box. And it doesn't come with this ring here, this brush guard. That was an additional $60 or $70 at the time. This bumper can fit a 9,500 pound winch, no problem. It is kind of tight in there, but it fits it no problem. And everything, the metal is super high quality, and it comes bare. So this is just a rattle can paint job. I kind of, in the future, want to do something different, get it powder coated. I drilled holes for a license plate because where I used to live in Virginia, you had to have a front plate. Those D-rings came from Rugged Ridge, I think, so that's not part of it. And the plating where it mounts to the body right there is really good and thick. Had no problems with it. As you can see, it lines up really nice with these Rusty's fenders. So overall, I'm happy with it. Here's just some close-ups of the welds. Definitely am not perfect. The question is, would I do this kit again, or would I just pay for a bumper that comes complete and was powder coated? I'm probably gonna lean towards buying a bumper that's already complete with the better powder coating. Just because I don't own a house right now, I don't have the ability to really take this down and get it powder coated, and now that it's on here, it's going to be this way for a while. So yeah, I'd probably lean towards spending a little bit more, getting a better bumper, but this is a great budget option. The other thing is like when I was working on this, like ask any of my old coworkers, like I had to grind the crap out of this thing, and it took me way longer than I expected, because I'm not like a pro welder. Like I did wrenching for a long time, but I was never really like welding a ton or fabricating a ton, so this is a little out of the regular like tasks I would used to do. So for me, it was fun, and I feel like, you know, I learned a lot about welding during this process, but it just took forever, and I was probably annoyed everybody, all the grinding and welding and everything I had to do. So I'd never really messed with Jeeps before, or 4x4s, or lifted 4x4s too much. A few Toyotas and stuff like that here and there. But this is kind of the first 4x4 that I've ever owned, so this has all just been kind of a big learning experience for me. In the past, I've had some Mustangs, mostly cars I've lowered or done different modifications like that. But yeah, like this is super fun, just learning as I go, kind of just been adding pieces slowly, just so I can kind of learn, see like how I should build off that. Like for example, like these Rusty fender flares, I've only done the fronts, but I plan on doing the rears eventually once I get a bigger set of tires, which these tires, these BFGs have been lasting for a long time, over 5 years, and they've been holding up great. They still have a lot of miles left on them. I think that they at least have 45,000 miles on them, so just kind of waiting for those to kind of wear out and stuff like that. But the other factor is right now, this is my only vehicle that our family owns right now, since we are traveling full time. So that's another factor. Like, I don't want to go too extreme. Like, I eventually want to at least get minimum 35s, a little bit more lift, probably do long arms, maybe even do a stroker motor. I don't know, like, so that's all depends on if we end up getting a house and getting another more reliable vehicle. Like, because this is in current condition, is very reliable. It's very good on the highway. It's also very good off-road. So it's kind of like the best of both worlds. I don't really want to go too extreme right now. So I'm kind of like walking that line. So, as a lot of you guys do too. So I'm trying to keep all that stuff in mind with all the modifications I make. Alright guys, if this video was helpful, give me a thumbs up. Consider subscribing because I'm going to have some more videos coming out in the future. Thanks. Bye.